This is Customer Success, the essential guide on how to deal with difficult customers, learn effective customer service techniques, and strategies on how you can win difficult customers. Written by Aryanna Konnor. Read by Marcus Mulenga. Introduction. If you're in business, you'll understand more than anyone else that business is not about product features, benefits, revenue, or anything so stuffy and businesslike. It's about people. The trouble with that rather heartwarming statement is that people can be real pains in the butt. Were you expecting a very politically correct report here? Ask any poor unfortunate who has manned the customer service desk for any business, and I dare say in any place in the world, and they could dine out on the stories they have to tell you. Dealing with the public is often something that scares people. Sometimes it can add to their day when that little extra personal contact leaves them feeling like they've been helpful and served a purpose. But there are those times when someone who's obviously on a mission to destroy your soul will appear in a sulfur-scented puff of smoke. What makes these people difficult is a double blow to you or your employees, is that, contrary to a long-held opinion, people don't judge themselves on their pay or status as much as might be assumed. The philosopher Maslow arrived at the idea that people behave according to a hierarchy of needs in which they need fulfilled. They are physiological, food and water, safety. In our ancestors' time, this meant getting away from saber-toothed tigers. Social, the need to have friends. Esteem, the need to be thought highly of. Self-actualization, this is self-knowledge, spirituality, and religion. The problem with Maslow's hierarchy, as you might imagine, is that people tend to want all of those things and all at the same time. This is contrary to Maslow's idea that only after achieving one level do we look to the next. But we know now that people don't graduate from one set of needs to another. They try to attain most or all of these needs simultaneously. Studies have shown that people often yearn for more social esteem than financial reward. They want to feel that as a human being, they provide a valuable contribution to society, which means the actual money and status generally don't compare to a feeling of being useful, of having a purpose. So when one of these red-faced, angry customers start to tear away at that sense of value, it can be emotionally devastating. That's why it's important to understand what your customer expects of you, and more importantly, what you should expect of your customer. It's all about customer service. Customer service has evolved over the years. When it began, the process involved a trip to the shop where an item was bought. Then, in 1876, the telephone was invented. At first, their use was limited, but as they grew in popularity, they enabled customers to contact the stores they shopped at directly to look for customer service. When the 60s arrived, so too did call centers, which really took off in the 70s, and are reviled today as they were popular back then. There was a short gap between the launch of the touch-tone dialing, please press 2 for customer service, in 1962, and the invention of 1-800 numbers in 1967. Interactive voice responses automated customer service in the late 70s and early 80s. It was as far back as the late 80s when all call centers were outsourced, and so began their slow, lingering slide into a source of utter frustration on the part of many customers. But we have more technological advances in customer service to go just yet. In the 90s, the emergence of the internet brought the ability to use email and live chat support to the world. Now, we can look for customer service through a wide variety of resources at our fingertips. Almost none of them of the old form
Sample complete. Ready to continue?